Any word from Mother?
Not since you talked to her.
Well, she should be back any minute then. What about Caroline?
She's due in tonight, too.
Well, thank heavens.
Why do you say that?
Well, Rich, you're looking a little frayed around the edges.
Yeah, well, I miss her.
I've noticed.
It'd be kind of a mess without her, wouldn't I?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
So, did anyone dust off the welcome mat?
You do get that feeling, don't you? Mother's gonna be glad to be home.
Yeah, after everything she's been through.
Well, let's just hope she's not a basket case.
Mother, not a chance.
Well, she sounded pretty wasted on the phone.
Well, she'll need a good night's sleep, but that's about it.
I hope you're right.
She's in her element, Thorne.
Felicia, divorce is not Mother's element.
Maybe not, but a good battle is. She's in the battle of her life.
She is not enjoying this.
I'm not talking about enjoyment. All I'm saying is that Mother is most alive when she has something to fight for. Actually, I think we're all that way.
And what are you fighting for these days?
A better tennis game?
That's right. Every time I drive home, you're on the court with Jake McLean. What gives, huh?
I'm just perfecting my backhand.
Oh, your backhand has nothing to do with it.
What is the big deal? So I took a few tennis lessons from Mother while she was gone.
Question is, what are you going to do now that she's back?
I doubt Mother is going to have much time for tennis lessons.
Why not?
She's going to have her hands full with Dad.
Dr. Hayes? You're early. Hello, Caroline.
Hi, I was wondering if I could talk to you, if you're free.
Sure.
Well, I was planning on going home tonight, but then they just told me you might want me to stay for another day.
I'd like to run a few more tests, Caroline.
Couldn't I do it as an outpatient?
You're anxious to get home?
Well, I miss my husband. And I'm also a little bit apprehensive.
About what?
Well, I lied to Ridge. I told him that I was going on a business trip to New York.
You know how I feel about that.
It's not going to be a secret much longer. I just thought maybe we could wait till we get the results from these final tests. So can I go home tonight?
Of course.
Great.
Before you go, just let me draw some blood. Sure. I'll send it to the lab stat and consult with you tomorrow morning on the results.
You know, could you not use Forrester on those? Could you just use my maiden name, which is Spencer? Just on anything that leaves your office.
I understand.
Do you mind if I use your phone?
Sure.
Yes, could you tell me when your next flight lands at LAX from New York? Okay, and what's the flight number on that? All right, thanks very much. About an hour then. Okay, bye. Ridge is going to want to meet me at the gate. I guess I'm going to have to intercept him at the curb and tell him that my flight got in early.
Sounds like you have it all planned out.
Well, that's the easy part. The hard part is up to you. Keeping me alive.
Mother is not delaying this divorce without reason.
That's right. She's doing it because she hates Brooke Logan. Now, that marriage is history.
I have to agree. Not that any of us wants it to be that way. That's just reality, Thorne.
You guys keep forgetting something. 30 years is a very long time. And Dad was not miserable all of those years. It was just recent, since Brooke Logan, that they started having these problems.
Come on, Thorne.
Thorne, they were having these problems before Logan came along.
Don't you two see what's going on here? We have an opportunity, and it may be our last, to encourage a reconciliation between the two of them. Now, I'm not saying that we have to be blatant about it, but we damn well should let them know where we stand.
I won't do it
Why not?
because I don't want to be disappointed. And I would be disappointed, Thorne, terribly disappointed. Now, I'm telling you that marriage is over.
Hello?
Ridge?
Caroline, is that you?
Yes.
Where are you?
I'm on the plane.
No kidding. When are you supposed to land?
About an hour.
Give me the flight number.
Okay, it's Airways 186.
All right, I'll meet you at the gate. God, it's good to hear you.
I love you, Ridge.
I'll see you soon.
Bye.
I've renewed your prescription.
You feeling any pain? The physical pain is really the minor part of all of this. It's the other pain. The loss. And the awareness of how this is going to hurt the people I love. That's what really has me in agony. You know, not the physical pain.
I'm going to have you start coming to a support group. It meets once a week. Hey, what you'll learn is that pain and its opposite are a part of every human being's life. It's part of growing. And love is impossible without it.
Do you think there's any possibility that these tests could show some improvement?
There's always a chance.
I guess I better get to the airport then. Thank you.
Hang in there, okay?
Thanks.
Mother, welcome home.
Thank you, darling.
Hi, Mom. How are you?
How do I look?
Oh, you look pretty wonderful to me.
Oh, I thought I taught you to be honest.
We're just glad to have you back.
Well, I'm glad to be back. Where's Ridge?
Oh, he went to the airport to pick up Caroline.
Oh. Well, I guess this is the night of arrivals.
I had Maria fix something. Are you hungry?
Well, that was very sweet of you. Thank you. No, I'm not.
You look wonderful. You've lost weight.
It's called the divorce diet.
Did you spend the whole time at the cabin?
Mm-hmm. I put Barry on a plane up at Reno, and then I just picked up a rental car and drove down to the cabin.
By yourself?
Mm-hmm. It was a nice, long, quiet drive. I had a lot of time to think when I was at the cabin.
Well, you have had a hell of a week, haven't you?
That's one way of putting it. Doesn't seem like a week. Seems more like a year. It doesn't seem possible. It didn't seem possible. It was just a week ago. I was going to go through with this divorce. Try and salvage some kind of a friendship with your father. Even be friends with his new wife. That was pretty unrealistic, wasn't it?
It wasn't unrealistic, Mother. Sometimes these things happen.
That's what I kept telling myself. But things have changed. I will never forget the moment that you told me that it was Brooke. I'll never forget that as long as I live. The whole ride in the plane on the way to Reno, I kept telling myself it couldn't be possible. There was no reality to it. Until I walked into the courtroom and I saw your father's face.
Okay, Mother, let's not think about that right now. Not tonight.
You're right, we have other things we can talk about. Like, what am I going to do now?
Mother, what are you gonna do?
Sorry I didn't meet you at your gate.
Oh, that's okay. The plane was early. I'm just glad that I caught you at the curb.
That's good to see you. So how was your trip?
It's okay.
That's it? Just okay?
Well, you know, these publisher meetings, they're all pretty much the same.
Well, I bet you knocked him dead.
I've kept a pretty low profile. How was life in L.A.?
You mean without my wife?
Yes, how was life without your wife?
Wasn't bad. Wasn't bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I did a few things that I used to do when I was single.
Wow. How did you enjoy them?
I enjoyed them. It was fun.
What were they?
Oh, you know, usual, had a few dates. Didn't get a whole lot of sleep.
Sounds like you adjusted quite well to my absence.
Oh, yes, I did. Like a fish to a desert. I learned something while you were away.
What?
I learned that you being gone is not my idea of a good time. I missed you. And from now on, when you go away, I go too.
That's a good question, Felicia. What am I going to do now?
Well, I can tell you have something in mind.
Oh, I have a lot of things on my mind.
Want to give us a hint?
I'm going to contest the divorce.
Yes, we assumed you would.
What are you hoping to gain from it?
I don't know that I'm going to gain anything.
And why are you doing it?
Because I need to.
You need to?
Yes. When I was up at the cabin, what I realized was, you know, so many people are always in denial of the fact that they're angry. Well, I'm angry, Felicia. And so I'm going to contest the divorce because if I don't, I'm afraid I'll be angry the rest of my life.
But, Mother, you know Dad will eventually win.
It isn't a question of winning or losing, Felicia. Although I do have to question what victory your father thinks he's going to walk away with.
I think what we're asking you is what are you going to come out of this with?
I hope a sense of peace. I need peace of mind. And I also cannot allow a woman to walk into my life and just wreak havoc with it and think that she can get away with it so easily.
In other words, you want revenge.
No, it doesn't have anything to do with revenge. It really doesn't. Well, think about it, Felicia. What would you do? What would you do if some woman walked into your life and took everything away from you that you hold the most dear? And on top of it, took away the only man you'd ever loved in your whole life. Could you do it? That's what your father is asking me to do. I suppose I could. But I don't think I could live with myself the rest of my life. Maybe it is a losing battle. On the other hand, maybe if I contest the divorce long enough, maybe Brooke will be gone from the picture before it's granted. And then in the long run, I will have won. Well, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm tired.
Good night.
See you in the morning.
Good night, Mother.
So you managed without me.
Who says I managed without you?
You did, didn't you?
Managed to what? Survive a few days? Sure, I can handle that.
I think you could handle a lot more than a few days.
What can I say? You spoiled me. With you, I've got it all.
Without me, you have it all too.
Everything but happiness, laughter, love.
You wouldn't be long without those.
Well, I wouldn't want to find out. Anyway, I'm not going to have to find out. I made myself a little promise while you were gone.
What was that?
From now on, wherever you go, I go.
That isn't always possible.
Doesn't it come down to a question of priorities? Yes, the work is important, but not as important, not even close to being as important. That's how I feel about you.
You should never underestimate how terribly important your work is to you. Someday it might be your salvation.
Sounds like something you learned from me. I used to sing that song too. Now every morning when I get up, I ask myself one question. How am I spending my time? Because that's all we really have in this life, isn't it? Time. When that runs out, then it's all over. But I want to spend it with you. As much as we can, whenever we can. Together, maybe we can unlock some of those secrets of whatever this crazy life is all about. Or just share a few laughs. Share a few great times. I don't care what it is. Just as long as it's you and me doing it. Does that make any sense at all?
Yes. That makes a lot of sense. I want you. don't ever want to lose you, Rich.
Dr. Hayes?
Yes.
The pathologist told me you had some blood samples.
Yeah. Here. The instructions are on the label. Okay. I want you to give this to our best person. Give it to Brooke Logan.